All right, so this is the trade journal for the 13th for tomorrow, which is the 14th. In this journal, I'm going to look at my month to date, look at 3 stocks for tomorrow, and talk about this kind of warm theme that's going on. And I'm going to look for briefly about handling losers. So far, my month is much better than last month, and it's crazy what like 1 week will do. And I haven't particularly traded well at all this month. This loss in BTU was not really warranted, and neither was this one. So my month should be significantly better. Also on Friday, I traded HYMC, and this trade was just ridiculous, mainly because of the amount of shares I traded and the amount of commissions I racked up because of that. So I was net positive on the or net zero on the trade, but my commissions turned it into a loser. And I think this trade is pretty important because it shows what has happened to me the last 2 months. I took a trade on it early in the morning, and that trade did not go well. And I'm trying to tell myself, any trade you have, you should only have basically 2 attempts. So more or less, the stock was up a lot. So we're saying 30 cents to, in the morning it was up to 2. And then early in the morning it had this big shove into the pre-market resistance. And this was a gold stock. I was kind of running with gold. The gold kind of opened weak. Anyways, this sold off. And then I got some FOMO down here, and I shorted up into the 160s, I believe, and I took it off, and then I tried one more time, and then I took it off again, and the loss was minimal. The loss was like $100 or something, in and out twice with 2,000 shares, so unfortunately it's like 8,000 shares already. But I didn't realize that I still had 1,000 shares on. And then later in the day, I noticed up here, and then I was just furious with myself because I had a $400 loss, which is way bigger than I wanted to take on this. And then I continued to trade all of this part of the day to get it back, and I did get it back. So it was, it wasn't the right thing to do. This is the theme of the last 2 months: is that I can't just take a loss. I have to trade to get it back, and I need to get better at just handling my losers, because there was, fair enough to try it once and twice, but disciplined me would have took the $400 loss and quit. So undisciplined me battled it and got it back. But long term, that pattern is going to hurt me. So for tomorrow, I'm looking at these 3 stocks. HYMC, it looks like it's deflated. It's been a massive move. Ideally, if it gets up, I can short it. Imagine like into the 220s or something. Again, very low price stock. Still not my favorite thing. Still not super high conviction. So it's on my watch. I have classes until 9. I'll turn on my platform after my class is done and look, and probably no trade though. 2 other stocks I have on watch are AGRI and RKDA, which are the same sector, and these went with the fertilizer, like grain news from Russia like 2 days ago. Putin talking about no grain exports or something. These went nuts, and there's just a ton of volume, and then it's really held. It didn't break down much, and I don't know, I'm not expecting anything out of it, but it's just very interesting to me. And the stock's personality is more or less the same as back here, so maybe we'll just, if the personality holds true, we'll squeeze out a little bit and then break down the next day. So I'll keep that on watch. RKDA, pretty much I expect it to do more or less the same thing. And then, yeah, the war theme, like it's disturbing times. Having a hard time focusing with lots of Russian and European students and knowing what's happening. However, I will look for some kind of war-related PR around a sector or something and see if there's big volume early in the morning between 9:30 and 10:30 for maybe another runner like these. So that's it for today, and I'm just going to try to wait for the next big short setup.